share with our audience here in our final minutes?
For those of you listening, we've covered a lot of ground. Working with the body is tricky, as you know, and we're talking to your listeners of your show. You know, they're of all walks of life with all very. So I'm trying to give some good health advice here, Chris. The point is get yourself out of it. Get yourself on this formula and see for yourself. It's not against the law for you to try something to see if it works. Okay?
It's an interesting way of
putting it.
putting it.
We're talking about nutrition. We're not talking about rocket science here.
Right,
but
right.
there's a lot of science behind what I'm talking about. The key is to get on this formula and give it a month or two. Every day, take one of these things. And start to see improvements in your pain, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your energy, your sleep habits. This is my appeal to your listeners to get on this formula and try it for themselves.
Well, Dr. Pincus, again, thank you for taking time to be with us today.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, folks. Well, here is your final opportunity. If you want to try Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula, there's a special toll-free number for you to call. It's 1-800-476-5302. As we talked about in today's show, Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula is a fast-dissolving melt that makes it available for immediate absorption by your body for rapid results. And by getting vitamin D3 into your body, you're going to have a bolstered immune system, improved balance, stronger muscles, and fewer aches and pains. And keep in mind that Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special offer. It's only available to you listeners. So when you call, be sure to mention this program, and you're going to get a risk-free trial of Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3. Again, this is only available to you listeners, and only if you call this toll-free number. It's 1-800-476-5302. And keep in mind, if you call right now, you'll also qualify to receive an extra free supply with your order to keep for yourself or share with a family member or a friend. But you must call right now because this special radio offer is not available in stores and it's not available online. The number to call is 1-800-476-5302. And remember, you have absolutely nothing to lose here because Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula is guaranteed to be safe and effective for your money back. And when you do call and place your order today, you're not going to be enrolled in one of those automatic monthly subscription programs. This is a one-time order so you can try Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula and see the benefits for yourself. So the number to call is 1-800-476-5302. I'll give it more time. It's 1-800-476-5302. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks again to our sponsor, Dr. Newton's Natural. You can visit them online at drnewtons.com for all your supplement needs. And be sure to join us again next week for another great show. I'm Chris McKay. Have a good day, everybody.
The preceding show was paid for by Two Lights Media. The views, opinions, and beliefs expressed are those of Two Lights Media and don't necessarily reflect of the staff or management of Cumulus Media or other partners.
Find out everything you need to know about your favorite radio station on the Talk Radio 560 KSFO website. The latest news, learn about events.
KSFO's lineup is stacked with the biggest names in talk radio. Start your day with Jack Armstrong and Joe Getty, 6 to 9. Then Dan Bongino, 9 to noon. Sean Hannity, till 3. Mark Levin, 3 to 6. And Ben Shapiro, 9 to 11. This is the Bay Area's home for conservative 560 KSFO San Francisco.
Will they find any more? I'm Kim Puzo, Fox News. A few pages here and a here. Documents with classified markings have been found on 3 occasions at one of President Biden's homes in Delaware and at an office in Pennsylvania.
It's an embarrassment, no doubt about it. Is there more to it? I doubt it, but we'll find out from the special counsel as he goes about his business.
House Democrat John Garamendi on Fox News Sunday. House Republicans are demanding answers. They'd like to see the visitor log from the president's Wilmington home.
I have jurisdiction over the National Archives. This agency is supposed to do a briefing anytime something like this happens. They have not.
Congressman James Comer is chairman of the House Oversight Committee. Moments from now, the president is expected to give a sermon at a church in Atlanta. He'll be the first sitting president to speak at Evanston Baptist Church. His remarks are expected to reflect on the legacy of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Days and days of rain will come to an end this week in California.
And we got about 2 more days left of this rain across California, and then we're going to change our pattern, and we'll see the rain pattern move a little bit more towards the Pacific West. So good news for California, but we do have a little bit more to get through here. One more storm.
Fox meteorologist Rick White is the incessant rain has led to sinkholes, mudslides, and overflowing rivers. Higher elevations got buried by snow. At least 19 deaths are blamed on the weather. Search teams will head back tomorrow to the site of a plane crash in Nepal. 68 bodies have been recovered from the wreckage. Another 4 people are unaccounted for. Rescue efforts were hampered by thick smoke and a raging fire. What caused the plane to crash while landing is unknown. America's listening to Fox News.
In Lafayette, 24 westbound before Acalanes, a tree down into 2 right lanes. Fish Ranch Road is closed in both directions at Highway 24 due to downed power cables. Niles Canyon Road remains closed between Mission Boulevard and Main Street in the Fremont area. Up in Novato, Highway 37 is closed westbound between Atherton Avenue all the way out to 101 due to high tide and flooding. Shelville 121, both directions between Highway 116 and 8th Street. That's also closed due to flooding. And we have high wind advisories on the Bay Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, and the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. I'm Mel Baker. That's traffic.
The following program is being sponsored by 3-Dimensional Wealth. The views, opinions, and beliefs expressed are those of 3-Dimensional Wealth and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, and/or ownership of Cumulus Media or its partners.
Hi, Doug Andrew here. You know, as a financial strategist and retirement planning specialist for more than 45 years, I finally have dedicated the last 2 years to writing the ultimate book, The Laser Fund, How to Diversify and Create the Foundation for a Tax-Free Retirement. It's my favorite vehicle, and we have collected over 200 pages of charts, graphs, and illustrations to empower you. And if you're more right brain, you learn by stories, you flip the book over, and you read it the other direction. It contains 62 stories of actual clients who've employed the Laser Fund to diversify and save hundreds of thousands of dollars of unnecessary tax. I want to gift you one when you attend my next event. Register by calling 1-888-76-RADIO. That's 1-888-767-2346. Call 888-767-2346. Attend my event to get your free book. Save you $250,000 of unnecessary tax in the next 5 years. That'd be worth 6 hours of your time. Up next on 3-Dimensional Wealth Radio.
This is 3-Dimensional Wealth Radio with New York Times best-selling author and your host, Doug Andrews.
This is Doug Andrews speaking to you, our incredible national audience, from our 3-Dimensional Wealth Studios nestled in the base of the majestic Rocky Mountains. This show is about empowering you, people and organizations, that want to optimize their assets, minimize and empower their authentic wealth. Well, folks, if you have been listening to my radio show for very long, you may be aware that I am very passionate about teaching you on the air. And also I have a YouTube channel where I have 75,000 subscribers, and I post a new YouTube video 5 days a week, educating people. I have 1,000 educational videos. But when I have the opportunity to travel and speak live at events, I love giving my audiences insights and opportunities that maybe they didn't know existed before. So whenever you have the opportunity and you're available, or you can make yourself available to come, I would strongly recommend you see. One is coming coming up soon in the greater San Francisco Bay Area, so get ready. Because what I normally do is waive the normal $600 tuition, and I allow you to come at absolutely no charge. Stay the entire 6 hours, but most people who come, even for the first 2 hours, cancel whatever they have the rest of the day because they're blown away with the education and insight. And oftentimes when they hear me say, hey, if I could save you $250,000 of unnecessary tax, they think it's hype until I actually show several examples and they go, oh my heck, whatever I have scheduled the rest of the day, I can wait because this is worth $250,000 or more. I've saved some people $1 million of unnecessary tax. I'm thinking of one couple right now. Both the husband and wife were physicians, and we saved them $1.2 million of unnecessary tax. So these are usually called Retire by Design educational events. I would strongly recommend that if you are thinking toward retiring, well, anytime in the future, but especially in the next 5 to 10 years, this is an absolute must-attend event, or you're going to be kicking yourself for missing the opportunity because so many people, when they come and know what they don't know, they've had their head in the sand, so to speak, focused on working hard to prepare for the retirement. But it amazes me how many people spend more time planning a summer vacation than they do their entire financial future. And so when they come and they begin to realize, oh my heck, I have been painting myself into a tax trap corner. And now I have to free myself. And they don't realize that until I show them how much they're going to have to pay tax, let's say, during their golden years. And they're shocked, they're flabbergasted. So what I want to do is give you a little glimpse into what we teach at the 6-hour Retire by Design education. And I want you to seize the opportunity to come when we are there next, which is going to be very soon. And so, folks, one of the things that we do, we teach by immersion. And we immerse you into insights and opportunities. Generally, there's over 100 epiphanies or ahas. But at the beginning, I devote the first 2 hours to educating people, and I spend the time to teach myself. So sometimes people are a little bit surprised when they come to one of these events, and I'm there in person, and I go, well, I told you I was coming. Well, I didn't really think you were coming. I thought you just delegated that. Well, I love to come and meet people like you, and so I love to teach the first segment of these Retire by Design events. And once I get through with the first couple of hours, most people go, oh my heck, this is incredible. I didn't know what I didn't know. And so then they want to continue to learn. And my son Emran, who's one of the top tax strategists in America, takes over and teaches the next segment. These segments are actually sitting and learning for about an hour and 40 minutes or so, and then we have these little breaks in between each of these sessions. And then people learn from my son Emran. He's a co-author with me on my most recent best-selling book, along with my other son Aaron. And Emran will show people how to perform a strategic rollout. I talk about what they are, but he shows you how they work. And when people see that, they go, oh my heavens, I'm going to pay $250,000 or $750,000 or like this one couple, $1.2 million of unnecessary tax. And they don't realize that. And so we show them sort of as a tax trap we get ourselves into when we follow the herd, putting money into traditional accounts like IRAs or 401ks invested in the market. And so then we show them, hey, we got to get the money out of those IRAs or 401ks strategically in today's lower tax bracket, rather than continue to postpone to procrastinate to age maybe 72 and then take required minimum distributions, RMDs, which you will learn if you come is probably the worst advice for most Americans who are savers. You are not saving tax, postponing, continuing to defer, and then taking out RMDs. We will prove to you actually increasing the tax. You're the worst place to leave money when you pass away is to your yet-to-be-taxed IRAs or 401ks. And most CPAs and tax attorneys will agree with us when they come to advanced continuing education. They go, oh my heavens, yeah, that's the worst advice because they're so myopic when people say, well, how much can I save tax this year by not taking out 401k? Or if I want to pay the least amount of tax this year, and they go, well, this year you take out the required minimum. But then nobody adds up how much you're going to pay in tax by doing that the rest of your life and the rest of your spouse's life, and then as it transfers down to your non-spousal heirs. And when we go through and show you how much you will pay in tax by doing that, people are shocked. And so that's why they then want to learn about what is called a strategic rollout, for example. Not a rollover. A rollover is like going from the frying pan to the fire. Taking money in 401ks and rolling them over to IRAs and continuing to defer, and then taking RMDs starting at age 72. Again, that's probably the worst advice that I have heard for most Americans who are sick. So in a Retired by Design educational event, when I get through framing at the beginning, the second session, Emron will show you, that's my son, why you need to consider getting money out of those yet-to-be-taxed IRAs or 401ks. Well, the account values are lower and the tax rates are lower, and repositioning that money into something that's going to be tax-free from now on. Just because you take money out of an IRA or 401k, so you want to reposition it into something that's going to be tax-free from now on. And so he shows you that. The third segment, my other son Aaron teaches, and he is one of the nation's top financial strategists, knowing how to accumulate, access, and transfer your money totally income tax-free. And so he teaches how to do that in compliance with IRS guidelines, which we have helped thousands of people generate tax-free income, so that every $1 million that you accumulate what we cover in these Retired by Design educational events, that you come and you learn, and we waive the normal $600 tuition, and you will receive over 500 pages of curriculum free when you come in the form of my two most recent best-selling books, The Laser Fund, How to Diversify and Create the Foundation for a Tax-Free, and also Entitlement Abolition, How to Abolish Entitlement Mindset with those that you care about and teach responsibility and accountability. This ends up being one of the favorite people learn about when they come. So if you happen to live in the greater San Francisco Bay Area, get ready to jot down the cities, the dates, because we're coming next week. I don't want you We're coming to teach in Morgan Hill, Palo Alto, Walnut Creek, Dublin, and Sacramento area. We will be in Morgan Hill next week at the Coyote Creek Golf Club, January 18th. That's a Wednesday in the morning. That afternoon in Palo Alto at the Elk Lodge, Wednesday afternoon, the 18th. The next day we're in Walnut Creek at the Boundary Oak Golf Course, January 19th. That's Thursday morning. That afternoon we're going to be in Dublin at the Reds Golf Course, January 19th, Thursday. And Friday we'll be in the Sacramento area at the Granite Bay Golf Club, January 20th, Friday morning. Call now and register at 1-888-76-RADIO. Register at 1-888-723-46. That's 1-888-767-2346. 1-888-767-2346. 1-888-767-2346.
This is Three-Dimensional Wealth Radio.
Hi, Doug Andrew here. I've been blessed to have many books that I've written become bestsellers, but my most recent book, The Laser Fund, I'm most excited about. I would love for you to have a copy of this book because it teaches how to diversify and create the foundation for a tax-free retirement. I have spent years, in fact, it's over 45 years of experience helping people optimize financial assets, minimize unnecessary tax, and empower their true or authentic wealth. This book is so unique. There's over 200 pages from a left brain approach. If you're the kind of person that loves numbers and charts and graphs, over 200 pages of illustrations explaining why the laser can be the best solution for all kinds of financial objectives, from college funding to retirement to emergency funds, working capital for business or personal or real estate. And if you're more right brain, you aren't really into numbers, you learn by stories, you flip this